Yo, it's me, Skull Royal. Hi, how you guys doing? You guys are doing good? Let me know down in the comments below. But anyways, topic of today: top 5 fan-made platinum equipments. And the fan-made is pretty much me. I am the fan. I'm the one who made the platinum equipments, and this is for the 5 LF characters that I chose, which is Vegeta Blue, UI Goku, Vegeta Blue, Super Saiyan Full Power Broly, and Future Gohan, which, yeah, I know you guys gonna ridicule me in the comments. Oh, why you made a platinum equipment for Future Gohan? Why not LF Rose or Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Chill out. You know, that'll be next part. That'll be part 2. I just want to go by the order of the LF releases, and you know, they wanted to make a platinum equipment for Majin Vegeta over Vegeta Blue. Well, hey, Majin Vegeta, hey, he did deserve the platinum equipment, no doubt, definitely. But you know, we could show love for Vegeta Blue, even though he was broken when he was first released. But it's okay. Can we not show love for Fusion? Fusion's, you know, it's Fusions. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna make. I already have 5 LF equipment already. I pretty much have the name for it. I have a picture for it, as you guys see on the screen. This is the thumbnail for it, but I'll show all the 5 pictures as I'm talking about the platinum equipment for the characters. I have the slots as well. I have the slot, pretty much the numbers in it and what they'll do, and I try to keep it in line with what the character needs and kind of make it a little bit more unique for the platinum equipment. So yeah, other than that, I think I did a pretty long intro, right? Anyways, let's get the video started. Alright, so we're gonna start with LF Vegeta Blue first, and the name of the platinum equipment is Now Let's Finish This. And that's what he says after he nullified Divine Wrath from Masu. He caught it with his palm. He was like, boom. And then after he did that, he was like, now let's finish this. And that's when the episode, the first half of the episode pretty much transitioned right there. Anyways, let's start with slot 1 with the equipment. Alright, so slot 1, special move damage plus 10%. All the way up to 20% depending on what you roll, and ultimate damage is the same thing, 10% all the way to 20% depending on what you roll. So yeah, the reason I chose this slot 1 is because, well, obviously you might say, oh, Vegeta Blue Ultimate already does so much damage, so why would you want to increase it, right? Well, you know, it's just a little more, right? I also feel like, even though it is a little more, I feel like this mainly justified of him not getting the Zenkai, just in case for future reference, because how I made these platinum equipments, I made them so that way pretty much they don't have to get a Zenkai, because I feel like if Vegeta Blue, he gets a Zenkai, which he will get eventually, but if he does get a Zenkai, he's gonna be insane, right? So instead of LF needing to get a Zenkai, I feel like maybe the platinum equipment will justify them not needing a Zenkai for the moment. But yeah, just a little buff for them, for a special movement ultimate damage. And now we're gonna talk about slot 2. Alright, so slot 2, I think slot 2 is a little bit crazy, but I mean, you guys let me know in the comments down below. But plus 4 to 8% damage inflicted per tag fusion warrior battle member. So if you max it out, he can get up to 24 damage inflicted. And then 7 to 15% to own strike attack for 15 timer counts when changing cover. So I kind of took that part of what's his face, LF Super Vegeta equipment, and pretty much implemented to this equipment, because I want to make these type of Vegeta equipments kind of have that type of attributes in their slots. So I think that's kind of unique to the character. So the fact that I implemented this will also help him better, because I think 15 counts, it is a long time actually. So especially if you get this at a higher roll, 15% strike attack at a high roll, that's pretty good, right? But I think the crazy part is the first one is up to 24% damage inflicted per fusion battle member. So yeah, that's slot 2 right there. And now let's talk about slot 3. Alright, so slot 3, plus 7 to 10% strike defense and blast defense per fusion warrior tag battle member, and base health plus 5 to 10%. So yeah, the base health is pretty much, I looked at pretty much a lot of these platinum equipments, and pretty much, and a lot of modern equipments now that have base health, and they usually have around 5 to 10% range. But the first part of the slot 3, strike defense and blast defense up to 30%. That's pretty nutty a little bit. But I think because of how offensive and a lot of these modern units are, I think up to 30% strike and blast defense is kind of justified because of how offensive these characters are now. So yeah, that's Vegeta Platinum equipment. Just let me know down in the comments below how you guys think about this Platinum equipment. So yeah, on to UI Goku. Alright, so now we up to LF UI Goku's Platinum equipment. So yeah, the name of it is let's have a look at Ultra Instinct. And that's what Beerus said in the end of episode 128. Yeah, 128. And that was before he fights Jiren and 129. Because when he activated UI Goku, he didn't say nothing. He didn't say shit. He just stood quiet, and you see the little his UI theme anthem OST came in play, and the only one who was talking about it was pretty much the guys who was in the benches, so Beerus, Whis, and Krillin and Vegeta, I believe they were talking. So that's what Beerus said. Let's have a look at Ultra Instinct. So yeah, let's start with slot 1. Alright, so slot 1 is base health plus 10% up to 15%, and health restoration 10% all the way up to 15%. So yeah, the health restoration pretty much combos with Vados and his green card, and also his main ability, because his main ability also gives him health. So I try to keep it in line with that type of setup, and then base health pretty much helps him out because his defense is like a wet noodle, right? So him having a higher base health will help him with his defense. So yeah, now we're gonna talk about slot 2. So yeah, alright, so slot 2, and this is where the unique of this platinum equipment comes different between the other LFs. So unique gauge recovery 5% to 10% per timer count where unique gauge reaches 0. So that's the little unique gauge that he has on the side where he dodges. So, and then ultimate damage plus 10% all the way up to 15%. So yeah, this is the unique part of the platinum equip, is that part right there with the unique gauge. I wanted to pretty much have the equipment that can help his unique gauge recover, because once it reaches 0, you can't recover it unless he switches to standby, right? There's no other way he can recover his gauge other than his blue card, obviously. But I wanted this equipment to only be time for himself, and I think it's pretty cool. I think, yeah, yes, it does promote more stalling, but I feel like for a character like UI Goku, right, I think it's okay for a character like him that could promote stalling instead of characters like Nameku and people who like to bait off what's it called, Perfect Vanish. So I feel like if it's one character that could promote stalling, it'll be UI Goku. But I think it's pretty it's a pretty cool section for his unique gauge for the slot 2, I should say, to help his unique gauge. But yeah, let me know down in the comment down below the overall thoughts and unique of the platinum equipment once I introduce you guys with slot 3 of the equipment. Alright, so slot 3 is plus 7% all the way up to 12% to damage inflicted per tag God Key battle member, and the same thing for strike defense and blast defense per tag God Key battle member. So yeah, I want to still keep in line with that type of setup, and this will help his defense really well as boost him more damage inflicted really well as well, only because of he pretty much the amount of damage inflicted that he gets is not as much anymore as when he was first released, right? So I just wanted to give him a boost more of pretty much give him more damage, and to align with his pretty bad defense and give him more defensive prowess on his slots. So yeah, I think overall it's a really strong equipment, but regardless of the fact his defense is still not going to be good, right? And this is only because of his stats and defense is kind of pretty trash. It's really shit, right? So yeah, now we're gonna go with Vegeta Blue's platinum equipment. So yeah, let's get it started. Alright, so the name of this equipment is yeah, and that's what he says after he does the meteor crash, not the meteor crash, the meteor explosion against Broly, and then after he does the Kamehameha. So yeah, let's start with the first slot. Alright, so slot 1 is base strike attack plus 15 all the way to 25%, and base blast attack plus 15 all the way to 25%. So yeah, I just want to keep in line with that. I think it's kind of similar to the Beerus equipment pre-awakening, but I just want to keep it in line with that because he already has a lot of damage, especially when he builds up, which I kind of, in one of the slots you guys see, I kind of have it similar to that. But yeah, I just want to keep in line. I think this is pretty much standard for a lot of the platinum equipment. So yeah, on to slot 2. Alright, so slot 2, Applies the following effects to self upon landing an arts card. Plus 1 to 3% damage inflicted, and base health plus 5 to 10%. So yeah, the base health, like I stated before about the other equipments, it pretty much is the same modern equipments pretty much have is base health, but the first slot, I mean not the first slot, the first effect applies the following itself, landing an arch card plus 1 to 3%. That's pretty good, right? Well, I think it's pretty good, right? Because I think because of his uniques, right? His unique is after landing a strike or a blast card, he gains 10% damage effect that cannot be cancelled, right? So even though the first effect it doesn't have cannot be cancelled, it still pretty much goes aligned with his kit, with him landing a strike or blast. But this one, it actually says lands an arch card, so even the green card, right? If you land the green card on your opponent, it counts to this effect. So I think that works tandem with his kit and his arch card in general, and will make his damage even stronger than he already is. Because Vegeta Blue, once his damage is ramped up, he pretty much becomes a damage machine, right? But because of this first part, the second slot, it gives him more damage pretty much overall. So now let's talk about slot 3. Alright, so slot 3, health restoration plus 5 to 10%, and ultimate damage plus 8 to 20%. I feel like the ultimate damage isn't needed as much because he already does so much ultimate damage, but then again, hey, why not, right? And then the health restoration is only there because of he heals when he comes in, he heals on his main, his best friend is Vados, so it kind of helps him in terms of healing. So that Goku set with Vados, him and Kaku, he's gonna be healing a lot. So yeah, let's go on to Broly. Alright, so Broly, the name of the equipment is Roar! Was that good? Anyway, that's what he did, the mouth blast against Gogeta with his little what's his name, Naruto Shishida, when he animate that section and he does a little twirly mouth beam blast thing, and after that Gogeta does the Stardust Breaker and everything like that. But yeah, that's the name of the equipment. So let's start with slot 1. Alright, so slot 1, base health plus 5 to 12%, and health restoration plus 5 to 12%. So a little bit higher than some of the LF equipments that I mentioned, but pretty much helps him out. I mean, it is what it is. The health restoration helps him out when the enemy switches. He gains heal, and he gains heal in his main. So yeah, pretty decent, not too shabby. So yeah, slot 2 next. Alright, so slot 2, base strike defense plus 10 to 25%, base blast defense plus 10 to 25%, and critical damage plus 15 to 25%. So as you guys see with slot 2, you see the critical damage, so I think you guys get it where he's going to be running. But I think the second slot is really strong, especially the crit damage part. It was going to work with what's his face, Super Saiyan Bardock. So yeah, that's slot 2. Not much to say other than this is perfect for him when he runs in the Super Saiyan team, because in movies you run Goku over him. But anyway, let's go to slot 3. Alright, so slot 3 plus 5 to 15% damage to Saiyans, and gains plus 2 to 4% damage inflicted each time enemy character switches. So yeah, so the first part of slot 3 is because he fought pretty much Vegeta, Goku, Gogeta, but he also fought what's his face, Frieza for an hour and some change of minutes, right? But I didn't want to include the Eloise portion only because, you know, Eloise needs help. Why would I want to put anything against Eloise when Eloise needs help? So that's the first part, and Saiyans is such a broad type anyway, it covers about 65 to 70% of the game. So I think that's pretty cool, right? But the second part of slot 3, the part where he gains damage inflicted per each time enemy character switches, it's gonna work perfectly well with his other uniques, because a lot of his well, not a lot, but some of his uniques works when your enemy switches, right? So I wanted to even punish your opponent even more each time your opponent switches out, so that way Broly damage will even ramp up even more. And when in tandem with the crit damage that he gains in slot 2, this equipment is going to be perfect for this Broly. So overall, I think this equipment is extremely good for Broly. Pretty much, if your opponent plays pretty much badly and very impatient, then you'll pretty much win. So yeah, let's go with the last character, Future Gohan. Alright, so Future Gohan. The name of the platinum equipment is Ha! That's what he did against the androids in the History of Trunks special. So yeah, let's start with slot 1. Alright, so slot 1, base strike attack plus 15 to 25%, and base blast attack plus 15 to 25%. So yeah, nothing too crazy, just standard platinum equipment. Base strike attack and blast attack increases. So yeah, not much to say. Let's go to slot 2. Alright, so slot 2, base strike defense and base blast defense plus 20 to 25. Not 20 to 20 to 30%. So yeah, not much to say on this one either, other than it's a pretty good increase. It's up to 30% for both defenses, pretty a lot. But I didn't want this equipment to be too much crazy, only because Hybrids is such an amazing team right now. And if I make a pretty much an extremely powerful platinum equipment for this future Gohan, it'll be outrageous. So yeah, on to slot 3. Alright, so slot 3 plus 5 to 8% defense per attack Hybrid Saiyan battle members, and base health plus 5 to 10%. So yeah, the base health, like I said, modern equipment stat, but on the defense part, right, it's, you might say it's a little too crazy because of how Gohan is utilized being a tank. But I think about it more in the future, because Hybrid Saiyans, they're not gonna be meta. They won't be the #1 team in the future. I hope not, right? Because I'm ready. I'm extremely tired of them anyway. Just like I'm pretty sure majority of the community, right? But just to future-proof this equipment, just to make future Gohan the main defensive unit for the team, I think this is a pretty good slot 3 for him. Alright, so this is the end of the video. That's it. I appreciate you guys for watching this. It really means a lot. All I ask is, if you're new, subscribe. I'm trying to grow. I provide you guys with daily Dragon Ball Legends content. I also want you guys to like it. It pushes the video out. Share it everywhere to anybody who wants to watch it. And if you like it, like I stated, subscribe and like it. And also comment down below which equipment you thought was the strongest, which equipment you thought was the weakest, which equipment did you like, and which equipment did you dislike. So yes, thank you for watching this. I truly appreciate it. When this video drops, the next day will be my LF tier list, which I am a week late on it. So definitely share this out, and definitely thank you, just thank you. And other than that, yeah, you guys stay safe, you guys stay hydrated. My name is Royal. Much love and peace out. Take care.